Okay, we're going to be talking about the complexities of animations, different timings, different spacings. So this is a small example of the principle of layered animation. And so basically what that means is that, like, you do one pass, you stack things up. You do another pass, you stack things up. This can be a really good approach for loosening up your character, for experimenting with an animation, and just a host of other reasons. So layered animation can actually be it can actually be a really economical way of working, of experimenting with animation and getting movement, different kind of movement, and reusing animation quite a lot. Okay, so we've got this little duck guy walking along with his headphones on, right? So let's just go in and take a little bit of a deeper dive and look at the layers and what's actually happening here. So if we go in, so basically we're under our rough animation here. There's no need to have cleanup turned on. So we've got our rough animation. We notice we've got our group pinned, and there's nothing else that's pinned in here. So as we go through and we select this, then you can see basically what's happening is it's allowing us to only see the selected layer that we're working on. So this can be a really good approach. It means your timeline isn't cluttered, and yeah, you know where your tools are, where your layers are, and you always know what you're working on. So this is a really great way of just consolidating what you're working on and honing in and focusing in on your animation task. Okay, so if we just go through and we just turn all of these off. So, and then we've got our arm and we've got our head. Okay, and we'll just turn each one of these back on. So if we press play, we can see we've got this guy here. And it looks like there's a little bit of a mistake there that I've made. So we can come to belly, and then we turn on our other belly. And what we can do is we can pin these two, and we can take a look what's happening. So we can see here we're scrubbing through, and then our loop cycle is repeating, and then we come back to here. So we can see there's nothing wrong with our animation. It's just Krita's not playing nice with us. Okay, but what we did have was this, is we only had our one belly turned on. So when we play it back, it looks like there's a mistake. But when we turn our other belly on and we repeat our loop, because we're doing a little walk cycle, we can see that it's working. All right, so let's turn on our chest and play that back. And so now we can see there's a different action going on. We're getting a different feel for it. So let's turn on our feet now. Now we feel like, okay, this he's going somewhere. We're walking now. Throw on our head and tail. I'm guessing this is our head and tail. That's what I've named it. Okay, so this is just our head. So we can come in here and we can change it up. I just put in here, okay, head. Let's turn our tail on. And so we can see we've got all these different timings and they're working together. So when a storyboard is brought in, you have to match what's on the storyboard. You're trying to get from pose A to pose B. You're trying to get that character from one position on screen to the next position. And so layered animation can be a really great way of just quickly working and getting that information on screen. Okay, so let's just turn on our beak. Oh, sorry. That's our that's the thing that's hanging off of our bag. So let's just throw this on top if we can just turn this off so we can move our layers around. And I'm just going to call this one bag flap. Okay, we'll just call this thingy. Okay, so that's our bag flap. All right. So we're just moving our layers around, you know, keeping things clean, keeping them clear, taking our time. So if we press play, we've got our bag and our bag thingy bouncing up and down now. So this is an interesting bug here, right? Like, yeah. So if we turn that on, we can get rid of this. Okay. So if we turn our flap on, our bag flap, turn that off. Here's our bag flap. I'm going to put here and our thingy on top. There's our tail. Okay, so this is like basically the core of our animation working now, right? So we started off with the red circle, we added the chest and the head. We got all the big parts moving. And then what we're doing is we're working our way down into the animation. We're breaking it down slowly. So if we take a look at our head now, what we can do is, well, if we we'll put this arm on, right? So we've only got one of these. Oops, sorry, no. Add new layer, play. So we can see, yeah, you know, we're feeling it. He's got a groove happening. And so now if we turn on our head, turn off each one of these, you can see we've got his eyes. And now what we can do is we can just watch those eyes tracking. We can turn this guy on. Now Krita does this sometimes. The frame is correct, but for some reason Krita just has problems updating. So we want to try pupils closed. And we're kind of like, yep, okay, cool. So that's open. Alright, so we're going to go with closed because he's feeling the music, you know, he's squinting and he's like, yeah, man, this is it. Let's throw on his headphones. And so the great thing with this is that, like, you can quickly just turn a layer off and you can redraw your animation really quickly and you can go, okay, do I like that? Do I not like that? So this is his hair now. So you can imagine, like, trying to draw this all at once, all at the same time, trying to maintain all the movement. You're just not going to have that same flexibility. So we've got his little antenna. So now his antenna's bouncing up here on the headphones. And then the last one is the blue cable. Okay, so you can see here like how economical like layered animation can be. And then this is all of our rough pose, right? So this is our rough animation. But if we wanted to change this out and say turn on a different head pose that we've tried, now we have, you know, a different face, a different set of headphones, different kind of hair flick, a different kind of feeling for the whole animation. So you can see how economical layered animation can actually be. So Krita handles this, you know, really well at this level. You know, it has a few hiccups here and there, but that's pretty much how you would treat layered animation in Krita. All right, that's it, guys. Thanks.